Okay. Okay. Is the sound that thing? Okay. Let's see. If I talk a bit louder, okay. What's then? Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Relative music makes sense. Yeah, that's there. Welcome to chat room. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. I'll do it when this game is over. You know, one rule I wanted to add in that one place, just in case. Yeah, back here, Roottrees. It's a Rootmania now. I'm very close to the end. Very close. Release it. That's broken. Sorry, my Twitch. This side is not working that well. There. Yes, now it's way better. Nice. Okay, where was I? I was almost done. I had to find them. Then figured there. Ophelia. I don't exactly remember. I'm gonna put Williams here so I don't have to bother. Yeah. This. I think I missed something. Somewhere about finding that. Billy Sims. Crocodile. Clementine. Let's see. Basket baby. Portland Telegraph. Created. Did I not do this? Cool, I didn't. So now I search everything through this. It's a random newspaper of Portland, Oregon. They have a website with a lot of dry statics. How many what they have, how many issues they have been, and awards they have won. If it doesn't have any useful data. Okay, so we can like that. Mark Clementine. West Portland Telegraph. So they provide a nickname Crocodile Clementine as an two tweets of Crocodile Clementine's first major arrest. He's living weekly between Los Angeles, Juarez, and Vancouver in small plane. His fights were very low, flights little under radar. He was only caught because he was hit by a crocodile on a leg. Had to call him Mayday because he was losing blood. He had to tell them there was crop duster who somehow got his leg loose piece of metal in a cockpit. But his story seemed very odd and controllers quickly alerted the police without informing him. Landed aiding and he was promptly arrested. Then I would kinda like to do Crocodile Bill Sims. Billy Sims as well. No, I don't need to copy it. What am I doing? The article is slightly longer than most of Billy Sims' incident, mostly because the assaulted crocodile claimed had appeared in the paper before, because of somewhat comedic sensational events in question, because the reader were already familiar with the mark that they've found it under a special banner called Croc Watch. Mentioned that our good friend Croc Clementine was actually in a tense high school graduation because his daughter was walking the stage. We not allowed it, and the ex-wife had restraining order followed up by her daughter, who did so anyways. It was known to the school staff, it seems at the time who he was. The security guard recognized him when the trouble started. Clementine was approaching the side of the stage. Guard when execution took place. How to face facing asking what Croc get up next. More Croc Watch. That's a no, it's a Croc Watch. But is there something in Croc Watch still? Being the name also you see him as seen on TV, but aimed at kids. What I put in with book of crocodiles and ambitious creatures. It doesn't seem to be very popular on the use such. What am I missing? This is I got this information, but why is Billy? How does it do Billy? That is search. Yeah. Okay, Sim's wife Carla. Like Billy's. What? I did not search Bigotee. That's no way. This is leasy, so they're not further published featured doesn't be popular news public normally wouldn't. But it seems they did report it. Wow, I didn't do picoté. Look at the company that has founded testing their products on animals. The bail was paid by Tostarito Jacobson. Very expensive. The interview other student that Ellen found out even knew anything, and the word going around was that Markland showed up because he thought that Mary was graduating that night. Yes, Mary, but let's see what Tostarito Jacobson is. Waker's Fiesta, regional Mexican fast food chain. 1993 offered free meals for life. Anyone legally changed the name to Tostarito. Tostarito was burrito with a cylinder. The starter cylinder. Over a few different sorts of Tostarito Jacobson used to be named Lucinda. The crime plotter. But I didn't find this last time. Didn't that also mention Ellen Roottrees and Lucinda Jacobs? The one she was 18, Edith and his sister Lucinda were arrested trespass and Miracle Congregation Church in Palta County, pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get the room where church houses the weekly tithings. Church press charges were caught by Helen Roottrees, who was there at the time we had Miracle was away preaching. Helen Roottrees was quoted saying, Jesus forgives us, so do we. The Lord works in mysterious ways. I'm going with that. Okay, this is to find how Helen somehow. Okay. Let's marry the note big about this. No, actually, let's not take that away yet. Web. Mary Web. Mary Web in San Diego was a website called Web on the Web. It's a personal travel diary, also doubles as an advertisement for a travel agency. Okay, this for marriage service, including booking flights and cruises. Almost all of them involve extremely niche audiences. So marriage is the #1 agent when it comes to booking spiritual vacations. Aboard cruise ships and specific hotel rooms that are said to be haunted. She also has dedicated section for more traditional modern cruises that cater to specific groups, just fans of boy bands. In the diary entry, she talks about the trip she personally taken. And uses that opportunity to feature description, amenities, excursions that the ships offer. When you're on attempt to see specific band on coast or a coast, so it's a picture of a ship, hotels, landmarks in places she's visited. Picture Mary herself with the ship in the background. The diary entries actually mention that date the photos were taken on the ship on a port day in San Diego. A frozen photographer she knows. The photo of Mary has been added to evidence. Okay. The Permoral Travel Agency. Instead looking vacations for love is strange and unknown. The picture of a married front Alex ghost ship from 1800s were lost at sea. Turned up with any clues several years later. We know exactly what happened, but the fans love to tour it and come up with their own parallel theories. We call corporate composition photography listed on top left. Composition. Photography studio that was listed on a few different setups in San Diego have been posted higher than take professional quality photos for businesses of all sorts. As far as you can tell, it appears no longer exists. Photography site with some ESL action. It seems like the site of person based on a member of ESL photography channel. The actual logs they've been saving since 1993. When Wall, the former head photographer from corporate composition photography, did Q&A with the user about taking pictures from some materials and print ads. But the question answers are pretty technical and seem irrelevant, but generally go over your head. Or the question mentioned that Wall was at the core of telephoto asked about Iraq. The question was quickly shut down. The person running Q&A who said, Wall does not wish to answer any question with photojournalist days. If you talk about please commercial photography. Okay, what's this? Since you can set for Lebanese pound, lower back pain, Long Beach. Okay, not any of those. Luxury product photography, Lexington business payroll, Lincoln baby photography, Lawrence Brown panties, long eats, Lincoln baby photography for sure. It's mentioned Wall as award-winning photographer on a page. Would be most awkward maybe. Big in New York. So it has picture of baby and camera caption with Cam Lincoln watching what his namesake. This is after his father, Wall. Copyright. Okay, let's see. I must. But this is. Okay, I think this is Mary. Vacation. Oh, what's the news anchor? Yeah, travel agent. You face Val. Is it short for something? You'd be Valerie. But I'm gonna go Val. Oh, we don't know Val how Val looks. This is Val's Pepe. Okay. Cam Lincoln. Cam Lincoln. Your occupation is baby. Being a baby. Okay. Back. Maybe there's something more. Yeah. Okay, I know it's a Val. Maybe there's something more about him. He would go with Val, the mother name. Val Webb for sure, right? This time. But let's wait, think. Would it mean that your last name is now Val Lincoln? Valerie Lincoln. Okay. What was the picture of this? What did it say? Did I do the paranormal travel agents? Oh, misclicked. That's annoying, huh? Okay. Okay. A former. Cover of telephoto. Oh, I just got every. Oh, good. So Again. What would I say? Val web in it. Or what? There. The cover which features one of these photos with a portion of the art have been added to evidence. Yes. Yeah. On the photos of Van Lincoln, photographer who went to see this and so Sefi, our photojournalist, specific for a photo on the cover. He started in high school when he took photography class because his own words he didn't decide what else to do and thought it would be best career in a were to shoot for Playboy. We quickly found he had a knack for it, being to skip lunch on a free time period, spend more time in a dark room. After graduating, tried to pivot to landscape photography. Didn't have any passion for it. I work much better when I'm trying to tell the story of a person or object. He got lucky with a photographer mentor of his who was going to always cease to cover the artists to take chance on him. Most people won't call it lucky to go on the Octave Wow song for no pay. We bought my plane tickets, all my meals, and even pulled some things so we could rush my passport. For someone that had never had a real job, we left California, silver break. Paul was only 19 at the time. A shot of both of us won him an award the third night he was there. The photo depicts Lisa Clementine, who lost an arm in Operation Desert Saber. According to the article, women were not subject to direct combat, so was in vehicle at the time. The vehicle had to pull over suddenly, but British destroyer, and she had a fellow soldier were severely injured by landmine. Francis ran to Lisa just after her surgery and took this picture. Don't see the ship out, I can find the extra, go back and take more pictures of her. It was fate, because that's the photo that won me award got me into your magazine, and also did my engagement just earlier this week. Secret bigger Mrs. Lincoln. Oh, I got it wrong way. That makes sense, but what was her name? Lisa Clementine. A picture. She's in like somewhere in a military. Okay, I didn't expect this to do it. I think these are correct. Ophelia here. It was Tony. Wasn't it something? Wasn't. There's no such name, so I this oh. This can't be wrong. Yeah, this makes sense. Mary. No. Lisa. Could be Melissa, but I see no whip things. How did I get there? It was... Just before this. Sherry's hair. Tony Martin Krieger. Oldest Tony is the short in the stick. Older state a student. Little League. Mark. Tony, Mark, and Krieger. Does Mark have some other name? No. And Smith makes sense. What does the actor work? So they have real work, jobs. What you professor? What retail? There's no... Tech advertising. Okay. No, something else is wrong. These are correct names. No. I don't know. Kind of fits, but not perfectly. Maybe his name is wrong. Thomas. I really thought like Thomas or something. Tony Thomas. His Little League team is a nationally recognized. Hardest part. Yeah, that's just me assuming it. Barb Williams. She was in military for sure. Cam, no. Any clue? Any clue? Perfect student. He's oldest, he has to be there. Yes, baseball. Smith, because he had them when he was around. It's interesting from this test too. Because if I follow this that's been only air since Cricket York joined the cast 1997 at the age of 7. Okay. Okay, she makes sense. But this means the other children are still children, most likely. Where the connection lieth? Like there was this edu thing. I brought the radio learner talented tutors. Yeah, nothing else. Then I got the picture. So Sherry. No, straight A student. Like maybe your thing, I don't know. Well, this can't be too many. Anthony, Mark. Like, Britney League is nationally recognized. There must be then something about the team, but there's nothing about it. Smith League. Smith Little League. I don't know. his little league team. Like, he owns a team. It's like his team. I have no idea. No idea. Okay, I'm just doing this. I don't think anything is correct. Cashier. Author. Yep. A pro athlete or would really fit. You know, maybe her work was done. Maybe she's a driver. Wasn't she a driver? No. Okay, let's humor that because I remember something about driving. Maybe that was wrong. Lost the picture there. Or maybe she's not that anymore. Okay. It will have a break. Please claim the whole lost army in Operation Desert Saber. When the women were not direct combat, so vehicle at the time. But now military. It's a magazine. No, that makes sense. She wouldn't just leave a military, you know? You know. Can you now say like a housewife? No. Like that has to be correct. Lisa, no, yeah, that makes sense. They didn't change their name, so it has to be correct. Maybe there's something about Anthony Smith. I don't know. I just. News time. Chief signature, but like on the times. Yeah, nothing. Okay, sorry, but still. Oh, so long. I don't even no idea. Maybe I have to press a hint button. Mark. But let's try like Mark. Little Ligue. Because I don't know, it feels like it has to be. News time. No. Yeah, I know that legal clue. It's the rupee. Diary. Rupee Legal Enterprises. How is this relevant anything to figure out, game? Portland, okay. So let's... Local team making change for foster care system. School was a Girl Scout with gold award to help them raise money build called Foster Fontaine. Few small pedestals stick up above water. People are expected to go into the fountain. Good luck, LP. Good aim at the top of the press. All the coins scraped from the bottom are later turned to Portland cases. President of local prison that sponsors the fountain have committed matching any of the turn successful land on the target. What? Okay. Post Fountain Portland are proceeds from a chain thrown at the fountain to the foster care system. Where the Portland Parks and Recreation mentioned on the trivia section that the fountain was used conceived by Rupees land of the foster care system. Ooh. Businesses in the Pond Crew scope and spreads also hopes. The font is unique because a special target that visitors can aim towards Quadlands on the target each of the sponsor business matches it. This is a huge amount of money from each business, but the more than 100% that have agreed to purchase each penny becomes $1. Of huge. Not the foster fund. Alumni. What's alumni? How it's relevant anyway? Yeah, just the clothing route. Slow. Run and Roottrees. Yeah, I know this. Who feast the with understanding. Over the company, his most Sam's family would get their share. Roottrees family members will not interfere with the investigation than the Roottrees. We're still doing their best of the investigation. Aș investi să licențez. Yeah, I remember this with that goes different place. So this Do you have a foster care system? Valedictorian. Oh, I don't know these words. That's why. Of a school, and I was a Girl Scout who at the time of the article was called our disco. This will help with things. Yeah. So see what's wrong. Lisa Lincoln. I don't know. Support crew. Professor West Point. Professor. Oh. Okay, I should have done that. I was just too tired. I don't know. Yeah. Optional entries. I didn't dare to search for it because, like, I don't know. I didn't think of that. You know, like, I thought she would still be considered there, but.
Hi again. I know you probably thought you were done, but it turns out what you're doing here might have some pretty major repercussions on the family tree.
Again. Also, there's something really strange happening. I can't explain it.
Neither of us can.
I'd call it a simple misunderstanding, but it's digging at the pit of my stomach. I just have a feeling. Clark?
Last week, let's just say being the president, sometimes people bring me things.
Just skip to the important part.
Right. One of our janitors brought me some hair she'd found in Ruby Spratt's trash. It was Bonnie Hudson's. Bonnie is Guy's sister. She'd sent us her hair to test potential Roottrees, since her DNA is closest to Guy's. But Ruby threw it out, and I wasn't sure why she would have done that. Especially right before we began testing the tree you provided. When I asked, she told me she thought the samples needed to be fresh every time they did a test.
It seems really odd. Ruby was the one who convinced us to do DNA testing in the first place. She seemed so knowledgeable. I don't like it. You've done more of a deep dive on these people than anybody else has. Clark will keep a closer eye on the DNA tests from now on. You have an eye for anomalies. We need you to find the smoking guns.
If there's anyone you're 100% positive can't be a Roottree,
or any you've got definitive evidence are Roottrees, then we might be able to catch Ruby in a lie.
Okay. Now is the time to reveal all the possible Roottrees and input new deductions. You'll be able to end your search and reveal the true yet the possible Roottrees left to identify. What? Go? Go away? Ah. Okay, so now I have to figure out the truth. Ah, and that's why it is here. Okay, let's do this. And then let's go over everything. This person is optional. Well, it's not optional for me. This is the mom. This is the... let's just do pictures. Let's do that wedding one. No, I want that there. Him here. What was the names? I don't remember, but history tells. Let's search. Okay. A bit energy back. Courtney May Watts. Was it that? Courtney. Courtney May Watts. Because a notebook. Colleen Webb. Was that important? Was it Beatrice Watts? Who's Colleen Webb? Okay, I confused with my own notes. It's Beatrice Watts is her full name. Beatrice Watts. And there's more information. Department store. Okay. See, you were nurse, weren't you, nurse? I remember that. That picture. Department store cashier, right? Would there be anything else? Retail. What does the retail? I think it's closer, right? Has to be. Oh, new evidence. The hoping that you evidence understand your family tree, you could verify which people dotted box are almost certainly latent Roottrees. Very certainly. Do MPs make a decision one way or another? Okay. With Superman's Ruby spread, it's possible that some of her behavior in the past have been cast into doubt. New section of a tree has been added you to fill in. Okay. So, if people are Roottry, retail. Okay, let me just, for no reason, is retail actually like? I just want to make sure about that. Retail. No, I think maybe not then. Right, because it says works at. It's not like she owns it. Then I think the other one then is closer. Cashier. Yeah, cashier is way closer. Even though, like, really? If, yeah, okay. I don't need to search more about that. Okay. Now, but if per people are a Roottry, okay, is Frank a Roottry? Nothing in the below. Means anything. But what would be evidence? There's evidence that he would be, because was it Family Man? No. It's in this book. Thicker than Cyber, not thicker than Elias. This is about the. This wasn't this one exactly yet. There's one more. I'm sure I'll find it. 6 piece. Was it 6 piece? Yeah. There's no evidence. Sent back in the family, some kind of leverage. Natural cause of events. Yeah, I believe this is true. Ah. Who's Beth? Like, it makes sense. If he was unfaithful and like his wife knew, like they thought about it, and it's like, oh, you talk about so high about yourself, you cast them out. So that's why them in, because it's true, you know, like you better do this, you know, because Gwyneth was maybe a bit better person. So I would say it makes sense with that. Cruelty, it tells us about this. Then Frank Wildcat Williams. Yeah. Like no memory of father, so it like makes sense. Update. Family Man. Yeah, like it's not good book about it, so she resents him. Just like maybe leaving, and she just You know, I think there's good evidence that he is. Because this was quite well hidden. And other people talking about this is. Yeah. Boom. Okay, next. This is a bit more difficult. With oh, I found all the clues. Found all the clues. No. Okay, let's do that later. Let's see if. Okay, I found all the clues. Are they a root tree? Page 2. Draft. But dinner was good. Who wrote this? Was it because of who wrote this? Susie something. Ah, Susie, the mother, right? Susie worked as long as she had use. So it would make sense because they were twin as well. Maybe there's some chance there. Susan Ford, no longer when he died. She left then. It makes sense because they had the relationship and he gave money to Grant of Doe. Wasn't there like Roottrees? Someone defeated school. What exactly here? They was given money like Hudson Wayne from Roottrees, and there would be no reason if. Yeah, you are blood relative for sure. As are you because you're twin. I believe you. Oh, I haven't found that clue yet. There's not really. I would like to find the clue, but I don't know how would I even find it. Maybe I would be like hint. Where are the clues? Wow. So many clues I haven't found. Found all the clues about you. And you. Okay, let's do this complicated thing first. Because these two. No, these aren't actually connected. It's this one and that one that's connected. Wow. 3 clues I haven't found about that. What was the clues about this 6-piece? Bit more orangey hair. Plated loaf. Yeah. How it makes sense? This is a bit. Christine. It's not exactly red hair, I would say. Jeff's signature. Yeah, they wrote a book. What's called Heline Cookie end up being a days with my aunt. Speed line used to make laugh. It's like after them. 6 pieces. Secretary. Yeah. I mean, could show me a bit more doubt about this. Because what I thought happened was like they met, then they were apart for some reason. I don't remember. He had to leave, right? So she and Hudson Kai were together. Maybe just one of them is. Is a Roottrees. Yeah, think about it. Was in 6 pieces? No. Plated Siv's signature. Oh, that was how we met. His line kick ended up being less temporary than he hoped. Rob. He had to go like secretary even after. She had to go back to work as secretary even after Robert was born. Yeah. Go back to work as a secretary even after Robert was born. Go to school. We spent days with my aunt. Days with my aunt. I don't know what your aunt is. Don't talk about it. Because even after Robert was born. Sprats, but I don't think there's any other line that would. Ioni's son. The blurb mentioned that he's been giving lessons from his home kitchen for the last month, so he can keep eye on his son. Okay, evidence is actually very important, yeah. So he had this son. She was pregnant, and because he loved her, he started to take care of the son. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of convinced. Older one is a Roottrie. But after that she was into him. Right, let me look at that picture. Okay, nothing, nothing, I got nothing from that. Because, yeah, you're not. I can change it if I want. Okay, I'm not exactly know what's going on with. Oh no, I don't have clues. Can you tell me where the clues are? Animal on a tree. Ah, yeah. But do you have anything relative to? Yeah, I know that. I don't really care about. Okay, let's think about. There's lots of people here. Through evidence. So, this is a DNA test. Jane Doe, so that child of Annie, and Bonnie Kellogg, the hair were like connected. And it was shown like after not, and this was done before this, which is the wrapper and material on like the same, like a guy's sister from both of them. But one of these is a lie, or both of them is a lie. Both of them is a lie. And people suspect the person who is behind this lie is Ruby Spratt. Did make a change for foster case system. Foster case system. Okay, now we need to learn about her. Okay, gets that. Then there's more about Rupee legal enterprises. Rupee spread. You can find. This year, so all of the articles tell the same tale. So at council, Rupee legal and at the Fisk of 6 pieces. Okay, so it was before everything, right? Multiple aspects of Roottrees Corporation and Root used to high-profile lawsuit to raise against Cicely Sanchez. This was the book writer. Few books, been mechanical pickup about books that commission right for Guy Hutch. Magazine is Cicely herself. Seasoned into its inclusive pictures, it never had the rights to publish. Make it instant collector's item. But it was Rupee, basically. I think is her that did that. So did you like the pictures? Overall, the story tab 6-piece told, right? Yeah, I don't need company records. Is there anything else? Yes, orange. I'm quite sure she is. But I'm not interested the whole story out. Before I continue, was it because of pictures? Okay. 6 pieces. Rupee spread on her own. Through foster care, put excellent school, earned scholarship. For the steering wheel covers, that was help local gas station chain. Portland with roll out of promotion that allowed gas station custom ability to bet on price cast. Be a traditional lawyer and PR manager. PR. Spectres. Herald. Each year. Would you say there's Rupee spread in Herald? Legal speech was somewhat controversial at the time. Zero it had for wealth inequality. Middle upper class. I remember this. Sam Rupee answered by simply earning a place and meeting Eastern with full scholarship. Occasional celebration on the incredible individual. B. The main. Poverty unfounded, judging by silence, unconverted. Okay. Okay, now I think I'm starting to get her picture. Somewhat. So it was Ruby who falsified something about it. One of them. Did she want to do opposite? Wait, can I change this? I can. Okay. If I do like you are, I do a hint. No, okay, there's no more those things. I have to guess. I have to guess. Oh my god. It makes sense that she would be. Okay, even without DNA evidence, it makes sense. It's true. People can lie. Because we got other evidence, right? Lawyer has got throwing away DNA sample Bonnie Hudson to test the new potent Roottrees. Help. Okay, potential. Okay, I see. So, what Ruby wants to do is like not get any more people. What the Roottrees want, basically. That there won't be any more Roottrees. So they won't get richer. Because there's no like more personal thing for her to do it. I don't think so. That's why she had to like, oh, you are not a Roottree. Because that's like because she wanted to prove like they wouldn't do it. Like she wouldn't be And then David Musician was quite close. The question is then, listen to Jane Doe, aunt, alleged. Some similarities, but not exactly same. Lots of X's, even some Y's are same. It does change with jumps. DNA that he was. Then I don't still understand why fellows David would be alright to be part of Roottrees. Alleged aunt, yeah. Okay, I need to bit focus. Think about what is the meaning of this deception. No one else should be part of it. Part of the family. But him. It's not a mistake. She used different hair. If it was a mistake, if intent was the fellows David wouldn't be. I need my mom. There's some truth, I don't know, but Rupee okay, I should search more information. Is there more? Ruby said and her company Roottrees were within business once after the company took over the keepers of Clan's trust. The article about that process that into both Clark and Ruby said Ruby actually approached the Roottrees sometimes late March. Really developing for Rootmania. The low profile liars. Money, so long as he could be public faced, build a reputation. Family quickly jumped on this chance. Possible keep that state of plans as high as possible. Okay, yes, Ruby came to a conclusion that Clancy Edward Roottrees implemented was not legally sound. There would be a constant legal challenge without some modification. Chance of the trust, both legally as a public face. Ruby legal has been discussed a mix between love and PR. Ruby was even higher permanently. Was to help them draft public statement accepting Sam into family, being addressed to Clan's trust. This was hired in April. So many financial aspects of company, including verifying any claims to trust. Causes of scholarship that had been name of the deceased. So she got quite a lot of power, you would say. She got quite a bit of power. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, nope. Sorry. Yeah, it's the school thing. News time. The Deputy Mackinson. They said that Sicily didn't have any right to resist, but those Guy Hudson announced that they would be pulling the issue following day. Ruby legal interest threatened them. Self-as any of the magazine history. We would never have known the putschist. Theorist. It was unlikely that Ruby could have the story pulled if got to court. I should only like have Roottrees just ignore the story. Pick a tip, nothing. Foster care system. I don't know, like sometimes I'm not best at reading, so or understanding things. She's quite smart. Yeah, they get Portland foster care system, like, you know. So I don't know, he's gonna do certain things. He didn't believe like helping certain people. Magazine. Starlet in plast. Telephoto. Then's the Foster fountain. Is there anything? Foster care system. Going forward, but didn't help that much. Okay, let's assume her goal is to take Roottrees down. You know, destroy that clan's trust. A Rupee Enterprise, where's them? Rupee Legal Enterprises. Okay. Telephoto. Clark and Ruby. No. Yeah. Oh, what was quite big. Let's not do break now. I'll stretch later. All the coins. I have no idea where to find more evidence. There's more evidence found to be Ruby, but the duck doesn't care. Give something else. Give something else. I don't still understand. This is so much about Ruby. Courtney. Yeah, this is about the... She's not entirely lying, you know, emotional here. Secrets were only 2 weeks after that she quit. Five B's. Portal. Does he have any connection to... There's something here. There's something there. I got 5 P's. Home nothing appears new. All region. We should take care of it. Secretary. Career. Otto. Wait. What was her mother's name? Joanna Robertson. Joanna Robertson. Really? Nothing. Okay, nothing then. Whoa, wait. Hidden. It's line. Foster care soon. Okay, that's the connection. So he was in a foster care. And he's clearly younger than a Ruby. Oh. There's bigger truth here for sure. I don't know what to search. I'm not gonna, like, I would love if I knew what to search. I think that's my biggest criticism. I don't really enjoy this searching for specific thing, search that and this. You know, like I would love if I just got slowly fed all the information, you know, somehow. I don't know. Figuring those out feels good. But yeah, that's a connection. Some kind of connection between. Oh, sorry. Between them two. She did work there. I'll come back to this. Let's. New edition. Stuart. Yeah. This is one of these things. I think it's a basket baby. Okay, so it's not telling everything yet. Picoty, Billy Sims arrested. Criminals. They were into church. Oh, that would be called like connection. Okay, actually. Edith. Bottle gun. So they help them, you know, if somewhat responsible. Is there something else like Portland? Oh, news time. Arrested for trespassing. Regent's Church. No. '71. But through them, Tostarito Jacobson. You know, because in that church, actually, yeah, because of that, I believe you are Roottrees. That makes sense. Not, it's like a feeling, because there's quite a bit of connection to Miracle Church. That gives them a new meaning. Maybe Mark was their child, like one of them who went into it, and like miracles, somebody there, and they were like, oh, okay, what I've done, leave it to Mary Beth because she adopts it, so she was given it. I don't know, like some kind of thing. But it's not. I don't think it's Mary Beth's child. You know, other way than adoption. Like Stuart isn't included in any other way. There's quite lots of things I've found. Hanging with Hands had some really it's a bit complicated, so Sister Lucy Lang, absolutely local. You know, I believe she is. I believe she is. Yeah. They broke up. She had a child. With who else did she cheat? businesses. What isn't she? Be a shareholder. She got like lots of money. This supported by guy. Like I don't know. It fits. Why did I close that? Huh? It fits guys that. Because they did have the Christmas party, and they still broke up. So, believable. Believable. Oh, and then... Ooh, this I could search more, but the mother... Queen Roottrees. The biggest role was a minor hit movie, Guys Like Us. Died in Paris. Died peaceful in her sleep while being treated as a sudden severe case of pneumonia. Been relatively good health. Paris. Robert Roottrees. Nothing about Robert. Also, if you tried convict under Robert to France to control law, he again had embezzled from company RR. Gambling, okay, he did those things, I think. Okay. Starlet. Ronald McDonald. Correct. Nothing. I'm shocked. What? Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? You are. Oh my. I'm enough. I've enough searching for information. Like I most likely won't play this kind of game ever again. I like solving some mysteries, but I don't like searching in Google. You are. I don't understand. I don't know how to search the information. If you are, or if you're not, I would say you are. That to everyone. Okay. Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. What? Ah, those were correct.
Beatrice and Courtney May. Clark, can you swing another test against Bonnie's DNA?
This time I'll be sure to have them verify both samples in person.
1 week later.
Using the family tree you filled out, as well as DNA tests, we were able to uncover the truth behind all the inconsistencies. Clark's handling the business, but I've come to thank you and fill you in on everything we've learned. Buckle up, because it's been one heck of a week. Actually, that's an understatement. It's not every week you discover your family company is being sabotaged by someone they trusted.
Okay, that I knew.
That's the kind of time we've been having. Like I said, buckle up. Maybe grab some popcorn. We'll start with Guy Hudson. Guy had a frankly ridiculous number of potential children. What shocked me is how many graduated from potential to confirmed. We can even prove he was aware of them. The smoking gun was how he used company money to pay off a lot of women. He hid it with a method inspired by his idol, Elias. 5-piece flavors. The flavors he was paying to research were a ruse. He developed flavors based on the initials of the women he was paying. Which was really stupid, considering one of their names started with X.
Oh. I didn't exactly think of that. I thought sequel was a weird one.
Let's start with Christine. Guy was paying her under the name Caviar, but there were some other clues. James was born 9 months after Zach's party.
Yeah. His son.
Christine was there with Guy, and when she got pregnant, she panicked. Steve stepped up. He even turned it into one of his recipe stories. Not all of Guy's affairs led to offspring. He may have slept with Robin Martin, but she didn't have children, so we'll never know. Also, not every child of Guy's affair partners were his. Robert Garland was born after his parents had already moved to Boston.
Mm-hmm. I knew that.
Skipping Beatrice for now. Up next is Lang Xin-yu. When Guy showed up in China, she was into America. And Americans.
Yeah, that I knew.
Say redheads, even. When she got pregnant, her father paid key genes to fake IVF. They claimed her sister was...
I don't know if you've
unable
read
to
this. I
conceive.
think I did. Yeah, IVF.
But her sister and Jerry had their own son, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Sonia Alves was soon after.
Yeah, that's
Mia
what
was
I
married
thought.
at a very young age to a much older husband. She resented him. I don't blame her. They allegedly spent no time together in private. Guy was in Brazil during Christmas 1979. It's the only Christmas not in the records. Flavio was born 9 months later, and like the others, Guy started paying Sonia.
Oh, that's how you could.
Last was Susan Ford, hired to translate for Guy's overseas trips. It's easy to read into Guy's donation to her school, but there's no definitive proof there. She and Guy were witnessed together near the end of his life. Susan's husband was convinced he couldn't be the father of her daughters. Guy, though, paid double. The price of twins.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about 5Ps? Felix Fellow's mother, Joanna, doesn't have a 5 pieces flavor. On top of that, his mother already left the company by the time Guy became president.
Oh, yeah.
And his lyrics alone, that wouldn't necessarily prove it. But there are some suspicious connections between Felix and the company's current lawyer. They both grew up in Portland, in foster care. And according to the local paper, they definitely knew one another.
Yeah, okay.
Ruby was the one who approached the Roottrees to begin with. It was all a setup. Ruby and Felix saw my book's challenge to the Clancet Trust as an opportunity. His mother really had worked for Roottree, and Ruby was a respected lawyer. She exploited my family's greed, worked her way into control of the trust, and ensured Felix got a piece. But they made some mistakes along the way.
Yeah, I
if you
felt
look
off.
at the 2 DNA tests that Ruby handled, they were both supposedly tested against Bonnie Hudson. But the 2 signatures that should both represent Bonnie don't match. After Clark and I confronted her, Ruby lawyered up. Ironic, I know. We suspect Ruby had Donatico test Felix against his own mother's DNA. He had a hairbrush of hers. They sent the female sample in remotely.
Oh.
On the second test, Bonnie's sample was tested locally, but Courtney May's was not. Ruby's been throwing away samples. We think she sent her own hair instead of Courtney May's, but it could have been anyone's. Ruby and Felix were in cahoots. As for why, they were both advocates of wealth redistribution.
Okay, that I knew.
A noble effort.
Yeah, I
But
should have
once they
done
controlled
no there.
them,
My
they
bad.
became just as greedy as the worst members of my family. The money corrupted them. They were so eager to personally wield the wealth for their own cause that they sabotaged any other claims.
Okay.
That finally brings us to Anonymom, aka Beatrice Watts. Her tales of Guy's parties and payoffs were true. She even approached Ruby before 5Ps was on news time.
Yeah.
Ruby used Beatrice's truths to make Felix's lies feel real, then ruined the DNA test so that Beatrice looked phony in the public court of opinion. I feel worst for her in all of this.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
While Ruby and Felix stole the show, there were some other potential new family members as well. Miracle Roottrees was less of an open and shut case. That said, it's very likely he had a son with Mary Beth Clementine, not Stuart. Mary Beth adopted him before she ever set foot in Butler County. That leaves Mark. The timeline fits. He showed up about 9 months after Mary Beth visited Miracle. And the basket baby story is a bit too convenient. If that's not enough on its own, he was also bailed out by the sister of Edith Roottree, Miracle Jr.'s wife, after she changed her name to win that silly contest. Our best guess is that Mark was told by his mother whose son he was, and used that fact to put some pressure on Miracle Jr. We have no real proof of that, but nothing else really makes sense for why they'd be connected in that way.
Okay, that was correct by me. Yes.
Elias's affair was the most ambiguous. Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias to do things he wouldn't have otherwise done, like pressure to include me in the family. My son even mentioned them arguing about someone named Beth. Combined with Gwyneth's lisp, it's possible the name was actually Bess. Unfortunately, all we know about Bess Williams is that she wrote his book and died not long after, leaving her only son an orphan. The timeline fits with Wildcat, but there's no record if she had any other relationship. Honestly, I wouldn't say we had enough evidence either way. I wouldn't be surprised if Elias cheated. Of course, I'm a bit biased. Regardless, we haven't gotten in touch with any of the Williams clan yet. That means we haven't been able to do a DNA test. As Clark mentioned, from here on out, all of our DNA tests will be in person for both parties.
Okay. That's your fault. You could have done it. You could have.
Lastly, we have a bit of a curveball. Ron Roottrees isn't related to us by blood. Gwyn was definitely pregnant, so it's likely Robbie is. When Ron and Robbie went to visit their mother at the end of her life, something changed. Additionally, there have been a few rumors circling around Ron. Are
So I
our
just
productions
searched
cancelled the guys like us
remake. Oh, I should have
with the
searched more.
director's illness? At the same time, Ron's wife Penelope began doing benefits for Huntington's disease, stating that she had become familiar with it. Huntington's is the same disease that Gwyn's former co-star Leslie Florence had. It's passed from parent to child. It can't skip a generation. Because Gwyn and Wild Bill didn't have Huntington's, and Ron seems to, it's impossible Gwyn was his mother. I recently confirmed all this with Ron. At the end of her life, Gwyn told Ron the story. Leslie and Bill had an affair the same year Leslie learned she had Huntington's. Leslie got pregnant. Leslie wasn't likely to survive to see her child grow up. And even if she did, she didn't want to be a burden. She begged Gwyn and Wild Bill to adopt her child. Gwyn did. Mere weeks after she found out she was having her own son, she also took in Ron. Wild Bill was a problem. Unreliable and a serial adulterer. Gwyn divorced him, and Gwyn had already told Starlet she was pregnant, so it never really made waves when people saw her with a child in Paris. There was gossip during her divorce when she was discovered to be pregnant again. In actuality, it was the final months of her only pregnancy. To lay low, she stayed in Paris long enough that even her own family never had reason to question the timeline. It's one heck of a story, and frankly, nobody could be expected to piece the timeline together, not with what few mentions of Gwyn's past have survived. But the Huntingtons itself? That's proof.
Okay.
Ron suing Robbie to remove him from the Clancid Trust was a huge moment in my story, and a major catalyst for this entire investigation. Finding out that it's been pretty much backwards this whole time has been a bit surreal. So that's where we're at. Looking over the information you sent us was useful. Without your tree, I'm not sure we would have ever discovered Ruby. All this information, this entire story, it's a lot. In more ways than one. Some of it has the potential to destroy marriages and ruin relationships. We're handling it all very, very carefully. But we couldn't have gotten here without you. And with that, I guess our tale has finally, truly come to an end. What a strange one it was. No words can express how grateful I am to you for untangling this mess. Honestly, I've had enough of my family's eccentricities and scandals for one lifetime. I imagine you have as well. And if not, well, there's always Elias's and Gwyneth's brothers and sisters.
Attention, attention, Roottrees. This is 5-piece coming at you from the
Okay.
real world.
Thanks. Yeah, I got a bit tired at the end. I did enjoy this. Quite a bit. It's just that searching things in internet, it's not my favorite way of doing that. It's just so much missing some information. But I was mostly correct. Like if I dared to or cared rather than searching to Gwyn and Ron and them, I would have figured that out. And then I would have 5-piece thing. Like I needed that one information there, which I didn't try to force to get. If I did get it, then I would have been way more certain that like, oh, he wouldn't be a child. Makes sense. Hold on, boom, quickly. What's up there? Okay, I missed. it's features, yeah. Things.
So once more with passion, this poor tragic orphan. Your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible.
How I'm better off penniless, grasping for morsels. I wanted my share. That's actually extortion.
With your candy ass name, synonymous with sweet.
Really?
Wanna call me classless.
You should have just ended. There's no like, no new thing. Okay. Cool. Let me see a few things. What was it? That button? No, not that button. I've forgotten. Ah, like this. Are there some achievements? You don't see this, right? Do you? See my mouse. Okay, I'm gonna see some achievements. I have to go global. Found all smoking guns, found all evidence in the Roottrees are dead. Quack. You said something while offline. To every conspiracy. Machine handled the call. Took achievement hunting seriously. Every family took a puzzle. Did all these Roottrees. Papa. Okay. Not most exciting. I don't know if I'll come back in. Recently. I like this. I did like it. It's just figuring information and how things fit. Most fun part of this. Like I did enjoy this, but it's not as good as the Return of Obra Dinn. Because to me, what happened is more interesting. And Obra Dinn, you like didn't get all the info always right away. But it was quite clear that you got, this is a bit easier, that a bit harder. But here it's just, you have to search for it. Like, right, this thing, that's connected to there. And then you miss one thing or two things, and then you're like, what did I miss? It's just annoying. Like, I'm just saying, especially now the ending, the hint system should have worked. Just getting like last of evidence there, but it didn't. But I was glad. Like, still one of the better puzzle games I played, solving mysteries I played. So like, no problem with that. Really enjoyable. So yeah, 2.5 hours. I thought I might finish this way faster, but I didn't. And because I didn't, I'm not like, do they have to short the stream slightly? Okay, this is done. Next game, which I think I'm planned to play today's Monday. I think I'll take a few day break. What was the name? 9 Souls. A bit more action back again. I think that's what I planned. It didn't seem to bad game for me to try to play, as in my computer can handle it. It can for sure. It's due to Metroidvania. I've seen a little bit of it, not too much, but still like playing it will be so different. I think that maybe something else. But yeah, I'll take a few day break on streaming. And then Thursday I should stream again. I should look more games. What to stream? It's starting to get close again. Like, I don't know what. After, there's still time. Yeah, I'll end this here. Bye for now. Bye bye.